Hey, fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading today. This is going to be for all signs. Let's see what kind of message of encouragement we shall receive this round. I have already pre-shuffled, so let's cut the decks together, beginning with the archetypes. Number one. Oh. That's 2 days in a row of receiving the riddle card. Fan, this card is beckoning you to not be so tied to expectations in your outcomes, to give in to whatever it is that the universe and life is trying to bring into you. If you're going to ask for help, why wouldn't you open to receive, right? Why wouldn't you open yourself to love? Open yourself to all of the possibilities that may be better than you could have ever imagined. Don't worry about the destination. Learn how to enjoy the journey. Okay? And now with the oracle cards, believe in your own magic. Yeah, see, you're still thinking about the past, and I don't know if it's a matter of wanting closure, but you have this idea. You keep daydreaming, or just wishing things had turned out a particular way, wishing someone knew something. Maybe you feel like you put it wrong, you said it wrong. Either way, fam, what if how they understood, what if how they handled it was what they were capable of, right? They played their part, you played yours. It is time to move on. There's been such a beckoning recently in this healing journey that we've been on, these times of transformation and evolution that we've all been going through. And a big theme has been being beckoned forth to let go of not only our expectations and this clinginess that some have to particular outcomes, but of the past, being afraid of, well, I want to try this, I want to do these things, but this crap happened before. Well, that was then. This is now. Focus on the here and now. This is card 33, and this is card 53, if I'm not mistaken about what the L in Roman numerals stands for. Whatever you may believe in, the universe believes in you. And anything is possible now, as long as you open yourself to it. Okay? Then, what time is it? It's clarification time. Fuck yeah, it is. All right. Listen, this is YouTube, and we're going to chill. We're going to relax and have some fun and be silly. And let's enjoy the story that the tarot has to tell us right now, starting with chapter 1. Boosh. Wow. Guess what? Heads up. A lot of change is about to happen. It may be scary because we're going into the unknown, right? There's been a lot of contemplation, a lot of fantasizing, a lot of want for particulars that we're to let go of. So that means that for those of us who are used to planning things and we like to know what we're getting ourselves into. Hello, I'm a Virgo. I analyze. That's our key words, right? Let it go. Learn how to let it go and be open to the fact that challenges do not need to be perceived as obstacles. Just because it's new and you're unsure of what to do doesn't mean that you don't know what to do. if we weren't learning healthier coping mechanisms, if we weren't learning how to accept ourselves and opening ourselves to the possibilities, this change wouldn't be able to occur. It's been trying, it's been wanting, it's been waiting for you. So one of the things I have a tendency to say when we see the Tower card is to let the walls crumble, fam. And it may feel for some like things really are crumbling all around you. Please don't pick up the pieces and try to put them where they belong. Maybe your issue with riddles is you don't like not knowing the answer. You don't like the feeling of someone having one up on you, right? That's understandable. That's understandable. We can all relate to that. But don't forget that this is your life. And you are more than capable. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again for you. You can have as many fresh starts and new beginnings as you want. But you got to let go. You got to let go of the past. It's officially in the rear view, and hindsight is 20/20, right? The coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Well, when things come up, how are you going to handle it now? Like never before, right? Nothing is going to be the same. Nothing is going to look the same. Even when they try to play the same games that you've learned how to handle accordingly, that's on them. You've got this, fam. You've got this. What's chapter 2? See, before, this would look like competition. This would look like, people fighting, rabble. What if what you're doing, maybe it's a new job or a very highly competitive industry. I'm a tarot reader on YouTube. There are so many of us, right? It's more so about finding the right vibe, finding who matches your vibe, right? Just like with anything, fam. I trust that there are those out there who are going to match my vibe. And these are their messages, even if it's just one of my videos. And then the person moves on and never comes back again. Hey, glad I could help. What if it's healthy competition? What if anyone in your, the only word that's coming to me right now, I'm sorry, is demographic, right? What if they're worthy? What if you belong there? What if instead of comparing yourself and already judging yourself, because that's what you're doing, right? I mean, like, oh man, look at these people. They're incredible. What in the heck am I doing here? You belong there, fam. Why are you already judging yourself? That's the bullshit of the past. That's where you survived. What if this is more so about your ego getting in the way? No one compares to you, fam. Your voice matters. You have a place in this world. And you've been figuring that out. And hanging out in the past isn't going to help. But something there can help guide you and realize, oh, that's why XYZ, right? I don't think that we get tested. I think that if we're learning our lessons, we're living proof of it. So maybe if you saw this and you were like, oh shit, with these cards, work on that. Heal that. Because like I just said, no one compares to you. And may the rebuilding and the fresh start not involve trying to make things look anything like they used to. You weren't happy. Why would you try to go back? And if you need closure, you don't need that other person involved. Remember, you can't dictate how people think, how they react to you. Stop striving for perfection and understand that you are already on the right path. You were born. Boosh, right? Move forward. Get your ego, get your fears of competition and not being good enough out of the way. It's not coming with you on this adventure. It doesn't belong to you anymore, okay? You've suffered long enough. What if this is just sparring? What if you're the one, these others are like, holy crap, that person's incredible. Holy shit, have you heard their voice? They sing like an angel. Their ideas are so fresh and new. They shine. What if they're comparing themselves to you, fam? Think of all these people who have inspired you, that you've looked up to and admired. They've had their own egos to deal with, their own demons to battle. They've had their own shit because they're human too. They poop too, okay? You have no idea what they're thinking, so don't try to claim that shit. It's not for you, any more so than your mind, heart, and soul are for them. You dictate yourself, and you take care of yourself, and you grasp the fact that you have every right to be here. And never let that fact go ever again, okay? Hey, yeah. Chapter 3. Oh my goodness gracious, fam. On the one half, first of all, that's 2 5s. The initial vibe I'm getting from here is, look at what I did. I fucked it all up. I'm worthless. I can't do this. I can't, like, what? What? What are you talking? What? Of course you can. Even if you fucked up, even if you've made those mistakes, pardon my language. What have you learned? What is the wisdom gained? Open yourself to it, because it's right there. If only you could see the new beginnings. 2s, like these 2 cups behind them, the 2 parts of the bridge that we can see that the river flows. You know what I mean? Let your emotions flow. If you need to cry, if you need to scream, if you just need to, forgive my words, content warning, purge this pain, this mourning, this loss that you think you've experienced. No disrespect. Some people really have lost a lot. You're still here, and you still have a plethora of options. The fact that you're still here, you can still feel, you can still create and speak, whatever that looks like for you. You're still capable. Is incredible, fam. Others have insulted your intelligence before, your heart and soul. Please don't do it to yourself anymore. 2s are for beginnings. Please turn around and see that you have so many possibilities still open to you. Let go, live, and let live. You are alive. It's time to live again. It's time to live, period. Okay? I'm sorry if I'm coming across as harsh, but you need to be drawn out, fam. You need to wake up and come back to life. You're still here. And I'm so thankful, because we need people like you in this world. We need people who are capable of feeling that loss, of knowing that things matter. They're meant to matter. But don't let it carry you under. Okay? Come back to us. Come back to the world. Come back to the here and now and live. Please. Okay? What's chapter 4? Boom. There we go. The Queen version involves nurturing. Through everything that you've been through, like I said, you still care. You are still capable of love and care. Real love, true love, is unconditional, isn't it? The fact that people hurt you and you still love them, damn, that takes so much strength and fortitude and resilience and courage to be able to build a new life. It's nothing less than a miracle. The fact that you're still here and able to be you and love again and care for others still and again is a miracle. You're a miracle. And it's okay to feel that. That's not selfish. That's not what people lead you to believe narcissism is, right? Narcissism gets a really bad rep. And whether I don't have that diagnosis or not, doesn't mean I don't know shit. I enjoy me some psychology. And most of what we know of narcissism owes actual narcissists an apology, usually. I'm not saying that there aren't those, I don't want to downplay the abuse that too many of us have received. It's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help you remember that self-care, self-love, healing, allowing yourself to live isn't bad, regardless of your diagnosis. Regardless of your past and your experience and who you were led to believe by others you are. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to love and be loved. You deserve to acknowledge that whatever you touch can turn to gold. Alchemize, fam. Alchemize. Take that rubble and turn it into a palace, okay? Because if you were in charge of a kingdom, it would thrive. Know that. It's okay to believe that. And don't let anyone take that away from you ever again. What's going to come up underneath the tower? There we go. Meditate. Tune out the voices and the opinions of the rest of the freaking world. The world all too often has a tendency to be harsh and cruel and what? Superficial. AF. Remember the sound of your own heartbeat. Remember how to have your own thoughts and opinions and be steadfast in them. Put the weapons away. The battle's done and you survived. And if you ever need to defend yourself again, you have the clarity of knowing how and that you have a right to. But otherwise, those swords can now just be decor. Okay? Use this chance for enlightenment, to grow, and remember, figure out once and for all who you truly are, and that you have a right to be here, so says your birth. regardless of who birthed you and what she had to say, or your father, your family, your supposed friends of the past. What's coming up underneath the Five of Wands? The King of Wands. The king knows exactly who he is, and he handles things. He's been through so much, and he has salamanders to represent that he is now impervious to things like fire. Look at this. Gold. That is a gold throne there. What I'm seeing is a balance to the energy. It's not just divine feminine. It's not just divine masculine. It's that duality. And what's after that? The ability to expand and grow into that singularity that is able to balance it all and be secure in oneself. To be able to be around others and inspired by them as well as inspiring. Okay? What's coming up underneath the Five of Wands? Cups, I mean. We can talk about addictions. We can talk about torturing oneself. Or we can talk about overcoming. All of that. That's what this has been about this whole time, right? Letting go of the expectations of who we're supposed to be. Finding healthier coping mechanisms, because ultimately hurt hurts. Why do they... I've always gotten annoyed by marijuana being referred to as a gateway drug. Yes, I was a child of the 80s. I was born in the 70s. Hey. But then I realized one day that it's because for those who turn to drugs and whatever form it may be, things like marijuana simply aren't enough, right? It's not enough. Not only are you going to build a tolerance regardless, but natural things of the earth. I mean, you know, there's always ayahuasca, but you know, but things like cannabis, it in of itself isn't going to change your life. It's not going to make you forget the things you don't want to think about. So people have a tendency to evolve onto more. The tolerance is growing more. But anything in excess is bad, okay? Even the good shit. The vibe I'm feeling from this 15 is overcoming those things. And I kind of want to pull these together because I kind of want to have these together, actually. This is your reminder to let it go. Let it go and enable wonderful things to come to fruition, to meet you on this earthly plane. This is Earth. I want to say it's Capricorn. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. I don't mind. I'd rather, you know, be right, you know, or I'd rather not be ignorant, you know what I mean? I'd rather not be spewing falsities and stuff like that. Release the chains. Release the bonds. And begin anew. Begin afresh. This whole reading is about letting go and moving on. Some immense change is coming in, and it's going to be scary. But you've got this. I find it very funny that this showed up before this. You know, some kings, you know, sometimes we don't like kings, right? A queen died not too long ago, and there were a lot of people who were not in mourning about it because of things that she did, right? You can't deny it. Look back at history. I mean, I guess it depends on what school you go to, right? And what country. They can be very egotistical and full of themselves, right? Causing war. But that's not what you want. It can be difficult, but you are capable, fan. You are more than capable. What's coming up underneath the Queen of Pentacles? I like to refer to this as the fuck around and find out card. That is 3 5s again. You're going to be moving on, and there are going to be people who aren't happy with it, who are going to toss out insults and their own fears and anxieties and crap. It's like people don't realize when they're pointing out somebody else's flaws that all they're doing is putting their own insecurities on display. They're telling on themselves. Who doesn't do that, fam? People who are secure within themselves. People who allow themselves to heal. When you move beyond, you're able to realize this person is hurting. I used to do that. Hey, kitty. Interesting sounds at a very particular moment in the conversation. I used to do that when I was scared shitless. Right? If they don't like it, that's on them. That's their journey. We can't dictate that, you know? Just like I was saying, like maybe there's something you wish that they could understand, that maybe you said it wrong or whatever, and if you could only, then they would understand. If they can't see who you really are, if they can't grasp what you truly meant, if they felt like twisting your words and taking it in the worst possible way, that's them. That's where they are on their journey. That's what their lives and their minds know. It's time to move on. Beyond that, okay? The 5s can represent so much conflict, not just on, you know, around us, but also within us. But I ask again, does this person look upset about the choices they've made? Like, yeah, if you hadn't fucked around, you wouldn't have had to find out that I'm not putting up with that kind of crap anymore. And you shouldn't either. What's that blog to this tale? Boosh. Boo-ba-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is a very religious, visual that we're seeing here. But it represents being reborn, rebirth, resurrection. All of this growth, all of this loss, all of that pain. But you can come back and you can live better than ever. The worst is behind you, but only if you allow it, fam. It's time to move on. It's time for bigger and better. It's time to thrive. Okay? Wow. Jeez Louise, my goodness gracious. This was very powerful, very like you maybe you needed a bit of a kick in the rump. I don't know. Like, you just need to be drawn out. Come back to life, fam. Didn't I say that at some point? Come back to life. It's time to live. your life, not suffering the consequences of others. Things that life is going to life, but from now on, it's going to life completely different. Challenges are going to be completely different, and you are capable. You are incredible, and you have every right to it, okay? This is your time. This is your chance, and you are still being beckoned forth. The rest of your life is waiting for you. Open yourself up to it. Live again. If not for the first time, truly living, healing. Accept yourself, accept your life, and all of the wonderful possibilities, okay? Overcome them. Battle your demons. You are capable of winning, and never lose sight of that again. If you trip up, I used to smoke cigarettes. Listen, cigarettes are just legal heroin, depending on your age, okay? Sorry if my words are triggering to anyone. I'm sorry. And there was a day where, there were a couple times, okay? But that time, you know what? I ended up getting one of those vapes. This is back when they were just becoming really popular. A decade ago. So, ish. Wow, holy crap. It's been... Hi, Kona. Oh, the Kite is coming to join the party. And the vape, I think I filled it too much and it just wasn't even working properly. And I had to do it cold freaking turkey. Fam, even now at 46, at almost a decade since I quit, I've still been a smoker most of my life than as a non-smoker. I've still been a smoker more so than a non-smoker. I still want one. I still want one. Listen. But when you make that choice, even if you slip up, you have a moment, guess what? There's another day. As long as you continue to wake up, as long as you continue to put one foot in front of the other, you're doing it right. Stop beating yourself up. Instead of thinking about the things that you don't want, the bad things that have happened, think of what you do want. Think of what you still love, what you would love to experience, and open yourself to it. It really can be that simple. It really can. The only one that decides whether or not is you. What are the extra notes to this incredibly powerful reading? Oh, the drama. Do you work in an environment when you're sitting there looking at everyone like, holy crap, it's like a schoolyard in here? Such superficial bullshit. Maybe it's time to move on to somewhere else that's completely different. Clean house, literally. Whether it means you're home, the dishes are piling up, the laundry's piling up, you're too depressed to give a crap. Or the people that you surround yourself with. Your job. What's on the bottom? Why do you keep asking the same question? Why is it so difficult to believe in yourself? I believe in you. I'm catching this vibe, and I believe in you. I understand you. I've been there. How else can I say these things so freely, fam? What's on the bottom of this? There we go. To not do anything is still a choice, fam. Okay? That's heavy. Fam, you've got this. I believe in you. I appreciate that you hung out with me this whole time. The fact that you were able to hang out with me through this deep-ass reading shows how strong you are, how capable you are. I see you, and I think you're beautiful, okay? Wherever you are, whoever you are, all right? Always remember, that I love you.